Well testing sequences. This module explores the well testing sequences, outlining the step-by-step operations involved in conducting a successful well test. It begins with the basic sequence of operations, providing a general framework applicable to most testing scenarios. The module then breaks down the specific sequences for exploration tests and production tests, highlighting the differences in objectives, timing, and procedures. By understanding these sequences, learners will be better equipped to plan, execute, and evaluate well testing operations with precision and safety. Well testing involves a systematic series of operations designed to gather data about the reservoir's behavior and the well's production potential. While the sequence of operations may vary depending on the type of test being performed, the first two steps are always crucial for the success of the well test. 1. Pressure testing the equipment. Before starting any well test, it is essential to ensure that all equipment involved is functioning correctly and can handle the pressure and conditions during the test. This includes testing the flow head, pressure control equipment, and any other tools or machinery that will be used. Pressure testing helps identify any weaknesses in the system, preventing potential failures or safety hazards during the actual test. The equipment must be checked at the required pressures to confirm that it will operate safely under real testing conditions. 2. Cleaning up the well. Once the equipment is pressure tested, the well must be cleaned up before the actual test can begin. Cleaning up the well ensures that any debris, formation damage, or trapped fluids from drilling or completion operations are removed, and the well is fully prepared to produce fluid. This step often involves circulating fluids to the surface, displacing unwanted materials, and establishing a stable flow. This ensures that the data collected during the test is representative of the well's true performance and not affected by any residual contaminants. The last operations in the well test sequence typically involve 3. Flowing the well at one or several successive rates. During this phase, the well is flowed at a steady rate or through a series of varying rates. By flowing the well at different rates, you can gather data on how the well behaves under different production conditions. This allows for the analysis of flow characteristics such as skin effect, reservoir pressure, and productivity index. The goal is to obtain accurate data on the well's ability to flow and to assess the reservoir's deliverability. 4. Taking representative fluid samples. At this stage, fluid samples are collected to determine the composition of the produced fluids, such as oil, gas, and water. These samples are essential for understanding the reservoir's characteristics, such as the gas-oil ratio, water content, and fluid properties, density, viscosity, and API gravity. Taking representative samples ensures that the measurements accurately reflect the well's production over time and under varying flow conditions. The samples are often sent to the lab for further analysis, providing data that is crucial for reservoir management and optimization of future production. 5. Recording the pressure buildup during a final shut-in. Once the flowing period is completed, the well is shut in, and the pressure buildup is recorded over a period of time. This step is critical for evaluating reservoir properties, including permeability, reservoir pressure, and potential fluid migration. The shut-in period allows the reservoir pressure to stabilize, and pressure data collected during this time can be used to model reservoir behavior and predict future production. This final pressure measurement is essential for understanding the well's potential long-term performance and for conducting reservoir analysis. Basic sequence of operations. An initial well test program depends on the reservoir and the well characteristics. It is established after a detailed analysis of all the information available from geophysics, drilling, logging, etc. The recommendations given here are a summary of the industry experience over thousands of tests. Sequence of operations of an exploration test. 1. Pressure test of the surface equipment. 2. Initial flow, communication from reservoir to casing. 3. Initial shut-in to measure or estimate initial reservoir pressure. 4. Clean up till clean. 5. First shut-in, optional. 6. Flowing at one or several successive flow rates. 7. Taking representative fluid samples. 8. Final shut-in to record pressure buildup, duration according to reservoir permeability. Firstly, Take note of hydrostatic pressure pH. Open the well for an initial flow for 5 minutes to establish communication from reservoir to casing. Close the well for an initial shut-in for 1 hour to estimate initial reservoir pressure PI. Open the well for a clean-up period on adjustable choke, gradually increased to 64/64. Determination of the best choke size for optimum flow without depletion. Close the well for a first shut-in period. It is optional to run in hole downhole gauges or surface readout. Open the well for a first flow period on 32/64 fixed choke. Increase the choke size for a second flow period on 64/64 fixed choke. These main flowing periods or drawdowns are done through the test separator, taking sets of representative surface samples at the end of the main flow period. Close the well for a final shut-in period to record pressure build-up. Open the well for flow on 16/64 to take representative bottom hole reservoir samples. Kill the well. Pull out of hole DST tools. Downhole pressure gauge recorders at surface. Sequence of operations of a production test. 1. Clean up till clean. 2. First shut-in, optional. 3. Flowing at one or several successive flow rates. 4. Final shut-in to record pressure buildup, duration according to reservoir permeability. On this pressure graph, from downhole gauge recorders, we can identify the following well testing sequences. Open the well for a clean-up period on adjustable choke, gradually increased to 64/64. Determination of the best choke size for optimum flow without depletion. Close the well for a first shut-in period. It is optional to run in hole downhole gauges or surface readout. Open the well through the test separator for a main flowing period on fixed choke. This is called the main drawdown, taking sets of representative surface fluid samples at the end of the main flow period. Close the well for a final shut-in period to record pressure build-up. Pull out of hole downhole tools with pressure gauge recorders. Downhole pressure gauge recorders at surface. Thanks so much for watching. That wraps up today's presentation. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep creating more content like this. See you in the next video.